The next big card for Florida Pro Wrestling has been announced. February the 9th. It's a Saturday afternoon in Venice, Florida. And on that night, you're going to have the Hall of Fame inductions. You're going to have the FPW awards. And rumors going around that the main event on that card for the Suncoast Heavyweight Championship, myself, Big Country, and Viper. First of all, I don't agree with that because I took care of Viper back on December the 8th. I already beat him up. It's somebody else's turn. But if Viper wants to come back and get another beating, hey, that's fine with me. But, you see, somebody has thrown a monkey in the wrench. I direct your attention to FPW General Manager Joe Cool, who has taken it upon himself to abuse his power and make this a lumberjack match. A lumberjack match? Are you kidding me? You're going to put me, Big Country Mark Boswell, the greatest Suncoast heavyweight champion of all time, in a lumberjack match. How disrespectful is that? And for those of you who don't know what a lumberjack match is, which, let's face it, it wouldn't surprise me because just about all the population is oblivious. All of you really don't know what's going on. You're not aware of your surroundings. And most of you are stuck on stupid. So I'm going to explain to you slowly what a lumberjack match is. You see, a lumberjack match is you put two guys in the ring, and the rest of the FPW locker room comes and they surround the ring. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Because if somebody gets out of the ring, they pick them up and they throw them back in. Now my problem is this. Being the greatest Suncoast heavyweight champion that I am, I got a lot of fans I need to appease. Some people come to that ring, they sit ringside when they come to these matches just to get a glimpse, just to get a look up close at me. Whether they want to see the shiny gold of the Suncoast Heavyweight Championship belt or they just want to see my pretty face. Or shake my hand. I have to be able to appease my fans. I have to be accessible to my fans. After all, is FPW not a fan-friendly organization? I think that they are. So you're going to penalize me for going out of the ring and shaking hands with the fans, and you're going to have another wrestler pick me up and throw me in the ring so I can beat up Viper some more? Now, I can understand the logic behind the match. I mean, come on. Viper's going to get in the ring. I'm going to beat his ass. He's going to run away like the little chicken baby that he is. And then somebody's going to pick him up and throw him back in the ring. That much I agree with. That much I'm for. But I have to err on the side of caution and say it's not fair to my fans who pay good hard-earned money to see me defend the belt. It's not good business because they won't have access to the champ. And speaking of fans, I have in my hand a text from my biggest fan. And that text reads, "Dear Big Country, I'm sorry that you have to put up with this. I'm sorry about the shenanigans that my grandson is pulling, but I can assure you that when Joe gets home, I will deal with him accordingly. I have a special switch picked out from the big old oak tree out back, and I will beat his ass when he gets home. Yours truly, and I love you, Joe Cool's grandma. That's right. You heard it here, folks. Breaking news. My biggest fan is none other than Joe Cool's grandma. She loves to watch me come through that curtain. And when my music hits, I got my game on. She just comes out of her bloomers. She gets all excited. She gets all giddy. And she starts doing a little happy dance in her welter. I love that old lady. That's a good old bird. Matter of fact, the only mistake she made is having a grandson the likes of Joe Cool. In fact, Grandma Cool has even gone so far as to ask me to come live in her house. You see, she's going to take the stuff that little Joey has in his room and she's going to put it on the front porch. You hear that? On the front porch. So that I can have a place in her house to display my championship belt and all my memorabilia and all my valuable stuff that's sold every day on eBay. Just so that when people come through the door, they can get a look at the Suncoast champion. And I'd even go as far as to say that someday, Joe Cool, I could be your granddaddy. I'd be your new granddaddy. Granddaddy Big Country. And I will make sure that she puts your stuff on the front porch. Because the big old dog's moving in. So for you to abuse your power and put me in a lumberjack match, first of all, it's not good business. It's just not good business, because what's going to happen is we're going to get in the ring and Viper is going to try and run for me. They're going to throw him back in. I'm going to beat him up some more. They're going to throw him back in. I'm going to beat him up some more. He's going to run. He's going to try and hide. And then the lawsuits and the doctor bills from Viper are going to come rolling into your office, and you're going to have to pay him. You're going to be stuck with the burden of bankrupting Florida Pro Wrestling because you have to pay Viper's medical bills and his lawyer expenses because you had to put him in a lumberjack match against me. I'm going to look out for you. And I'm going to tell you that myself and Grandma Cool are going to try and talk some sense into you. Grandma Cool's already assured me she's got the switch ready for you when you walk in the door. And if that don't work, we'll try something else. But folks, let me tell you. Yes, there's going to be a card on February the 9th. Yes, there's going to be a Hall of Fame induction. There's going to be awards. And there's going to be matches. And there is going to be a main event. Me, once again, beating Viper just like I did on December the 8th. I'm going to beat him up again. But no, this will not be a lumberjack match. Let me assure you again, this will not be a lumberjack match. Joe Cool is just pulling your leg. He is abusing his power, and he will be dealt with accordingly. Now, I look forward to seeing all of you on February the 9th. The champ will be there. And my fans, rest assured, when I come to that ring, when I do my little dance, and when I show you that great big gold belt, when I walk in with it, and then when I walk out with it, trust me, you are going to have access to me. You're going to be able to shake my hand. You're going to be able to tell me how great I am, just like I know you all want to do. Because this Lumberjack match is not fair to you. It's not a fair thing for the fans to have to watch. Because you want to be able to have as much access to the champ as you can. And I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that happens. And Viper, as for you, big man, if you thought the beating you got on December the 8th to end the year was bad, son, this is going to be nothing. But hard time blues beatings. That beating you got on December the 8th was a piece of cake compared to this one. So be careful what you wish for. Because Big Country's coming to Venice. He's coming into town as the champ. He's going to beat you up. And he's rolling out of Venice as the champ. And Joe Cool, you just better stay out of my way. Because Grandma Cool is not very happy with you right now. And don't make that old lady mad. Because if you do, not only are you going to have to answer to her, but you're going to have to answer to me. I'll see y'all on February the 9th.